welcome to the eFresh.com Fish News. My name is Kim and these are this week's headlines. Shrimp industry hit by imports. Vietnam workers hospitalized with food poisoning. U.S. expands laws protecting Atlantic salmon. Project helps rebuild oyster reefs. South Cotabato venture grows catfish variety. Alabama Ho Van Lee, who trawls in the Gulf of Mexico aboard his 50-foot vessel Starlight, understands the price squeeze facing shrimpers as this year's season gets underway amid a global recession. Diesel goes high, shrimp goes down. A trade that kept Bayou families afloat for generations. Shrimping is beset by imports flooding the market, rising fuel prices, and a spate of hurricanes that have kept costs high. The numbers in 2008 were devastating. As fuel prices climbed past $4 a gallon and hurricanes Gustav and Ike battered the coast, production fell to 188 million pounds, the lowest level since 1975. Bayou La Batre, which bills itself as a seafood capital of Alabama, has lost 200 of the 300 shipping vessels it boated before Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005. Spoiled tuna is suspected to have caused an outbreak of food poisoning that put hundreds of workers in a Ho Chi Minh City hospital. Doctors at Ho Chi Minh City Health Department have collected food samples for testing, and initial results show tuna may be the cause. The first cases were reported at the company's plant after 170 workers complained of headaches, nausea, vomiting, and rashes. They were sent to the hospital for treatment. Ho Chi Minh City's health department is investigating the outbreak. In the first quarter of 2009, Vietnam reported 186 cases of food poisoning, including 2 fatalities, according to the Food Safety and Hygiene Department. The U.S. federal government dramatically extended protection for the imperiled wild Atlantic salmon in Maine, declaring that the few remaining sport fish in the Penobscot, Kennebec, and Androscoggin rivers are endangered. The move comes 9 years after the federal government declared the fish endangered in 8 East Maine rivers. And like then, the listing is promising to spark a political war, with state officials saying the decision will unnecessarily harm industries, along with rivers that will have to undergo arduous environmental reviews. United States State Ports Authority employees put on their mud boots and slogged through the marsh, stacking mesh bags of oyster shells along the shoreline behind the Wanda Welch Terminal in Mount Pleasant. With help of the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources, the agency kicked off the second year of its $1 million oyster habitat restoration. The project is one component of the SPA's $12 million pledge for growth that allocates money to environmental and community projects as the agency develops a new container terminal at the former Navy base in North Charleston. The restoration will plant 8 acres of new oyster reef over 5 years. The spot along Hobcock Creek will also be built as an ecosystem only, not a harvest area. Tilapia and bangus are taking a step aside because of the Pangasius hypothalamus, also known as cream dory, a big catfish variety from Vietnam. Pangasius is native to the Mekong River and exported by Vietnam to the United States, Russia, and Asian markets like the Philippines, which imports about 500 metric tons monthly for supermarkets and restaurants. President Gloria Arroyo visited a Pangasius growing facility in what locals took as a signal of support for massive commercial growing of the fish. She witnessed the signing of a memorandum of agreement for Pangasius cultivation between a subsidiary of RD Group of Companies, a feed supplier, and fisherfolk from North Cotabato. Thank you for watching the eFresh.com Fish News. See you next time.